Hey. I said, excuse me, but you don't understand where I'm at. I was all around the world, on span, cross the map. I've been laying low and now it's time to pop up, bitch, I'm back. Now I'ma run it up. Snooze on the kid that you dumb or what? You better go get your numbers up. Now
Hey folks, Jeff S, aka True Knowledge, co-host of the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast, over here with special guest co-host Andre the Pop Culture Guy. We're waiting on co-host Cyberneticshark to pop by here some point tonight, but it is Monday, 2/17/25, and we're here to talk about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man episodes 5 and 6. We're continuing our coverage of the series, and it's good to see you, Andres. Good to be with you again, sir.
Yes. Yep. Very excited to talk about these episodes, so that's good.
Oh, you're excited?
Yeah. Well, I mean, finally, I mean, Dr. Octopus. So I'm happy he's the main villain. So that's good.
We don't know if he's going to be the main villain or not. Well, you're making assumptions.
Well, I mean, that and Green Goblin is, could be main villains, but we'll see.
So you still didn't see Captain America 4 yet, right?
No. Wednesday I'm going to see it in midday, and I'm very curious. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay. All right.
I'll text you, Jeff. There's like after the movie, after I drop off my friend to his house, I'm like, dear Jeff, I saw Captain America 4 Brave New World and ... You're
gonna give me the mini review or whatever right off the bat and tell me what you think or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay.
It'll be 2 words. It's good. It's shit. Or
I've got a lot to say about it, so I'm ready. I'm ready to sit down and jot some notes down and get everybody washed up on it, so that we can actually talk about it, on a show. You know what I mean? Because I've got a lot of things to say about it now that I saw it. But we'll save that conversation for another day.
Yeah.
And so, all right. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I've been calling it Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man for like the last 2 weeks and not using the your, but it is Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And we've been pleasantly surprised so far. I think with the series, it's not quite as bad as I thought it might be when I first, knew we were going to watch it. I was a little bit worried about it, but it's been surprisingly not so bad. It's gotten a little bit better as we've gone through it. It's gotten a little bit better every episode. It's gotten a little bit better.
Yeah.
And we are a podcast, by the way, so I just want to shout out to everybody that catches us in podcast form on whatever podcast directory you happen to find us on. So episode 5, The Unicorn Unleashed, starts off with Octavius or Doc Ock selling Mila a helmet that shoots lasers from the forehead and can predict an opponent's movements. He plans to make a name for himself by using the wealth he's been gaining from selling his technology to criminals. Norman decides that due to his busy schedule, it would be best for Harry to also be involved in the Spider-Man partnership. So I'll stop there and go to you, Andres. What do you think about that intro that I laid out so far there, sir?
Yeah, pretty good. One thing I think the show is getting better at is the storyline. We were kind of concerned what kind of show it was, what kind of a long story arc, what kind of story arc they're presenting. And so I was very happy from the previous day episode that we're building up to this weapons black market inventor that was, Dr. Octopus. And I was very excited, and I thought this episode did a really good job in the beginning to show us that, okay, Dr. Otto Octavius is selling these weapons, kind of similar to the Vulture in Spider-Man Homecoming, but different, obviously, where, Vulture had a crew that, he scavenged all the alien exotic weapons or stuff like that that Damage Control collect over the years. Where here, Otto is creating the weapons and like selling off to the highest bidder in exchange of highest money or stolen goods that they rob with the technology. And so I think that's a very interesting idea. And honestly, when we get into, I know we're not up to 6, but 6 did a really good job of expanding what's going on with Octavius and all that. But yeah, I thought the opening there was really good. Spider-Man, one thing I appreciate about this over the MCU Tom Holland films is like we're seeing classic Spider-Man like having a tough time balancing his like normal life and his superhero duties, like he's trying to keep everything in order with his friend, Nico, the runaway character, and then at the same time trying to be a superhero. That's the aspect that I'm liking about this show. So overall, I think this beginning is good. It's just getting us like right into the storyline that that I'm invested in.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I thought it was okay. The whole opening part, it was okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make of him like having him team up with Harry now. Harry's going to be his backup guy or whatever. I don't know I don't really care about that. That doesn't really make any difference to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's fine. That's fine with me. It's kind of whatever. You know what I mean? It's interesting that they've gone in this direction where now Spider-Man is attached to Oscorp and everything. You know what I'm saying? And he's attached to Osborn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's so connected now, and it's very interesting. Obviously, it's interesting that I like the Dr. Octopus that we saw that they showed us.
Yeah,
he was pretty cool. I liked him so far. He seemed pretty chill. So basically after that, Mila, calling herself the Unicorn, helps her Russian cohorts from episode 4 escape prison. Harry directs Peter to stop them, and he fights the group. Mila nearly kills Peter, but is stopped by her accomplice, Mikhail Sistevich, after Peter saved his life when Mia used Mikhail as bait during the fight. Peter apprehends them both, and Mikhail vows revenge for the imprisonment, despite Peter's heroics. So I'll stop there. What are your thoughts on that part of the episode, Andres?
I think very good. I thought the action was pretty decent. I could say the most part.
Yeah, it was a long fight scene.
Yeah. And I do like the setup here. I actually really like how I don't know if we're gonna get Rhino in the show. I actually really like the setup they did with this version of Rhino, because the fact that Spider-Man saved his life from his partner.
What do you mean? That's Rhino?
Yeah, the person that because I don't know, you noticed that the Russian people are a couple of Spider-Man villains. The guy that told that version of Rhino to like leave, that actually is the Chameleon. That's
okay.
another.
So that big huge guy is actually from the comics, and it is the Rhino.
Yeah. That's that's the name that he goes through before he does become himself the Rhino, and that's why there were a couple of references of Rhino, like before Spider-Man arrived, they were jokingly the name that they should give her before they landed for Unicorn. They say Rhino, and that was kind of funny because the person next to it is become the Rhino. So anyway, I like the way they're setting that up. That's going to be a very interesting relationship between a villain and a hero, because the fact that he saved him. So that's really cool. I thought the Unicorn helmet was very unique. I thought it was a better action than say the previous ones with the Speed Demon and whatever Blade Girl. I thought that was more like I thought this action was much better than the couples we have here. Um, yeah. So not much to say. I do agree with you about the Harry Spider-Man thing. I mean, I just for me, I don't want too many people to know about his secret identity. Like, I don't want a team for Spider-Man. You know, like similar to the
Yeah.
Arrowverse. You
Yeah, I'm
know,
with you on. I'm with you on that. We already talked about that last week. I don't like the fact that so many people already know, like, and it's only a matter of time too before his best friend figures out he's Spider-Man too.
yeah. It was fine in the. I don't know. It was weird. Like the Tom Holland films, it was fine because it was just like two people. Like, but here, I don't know. Like it's a little too much. I just like Spider-Man's fine. He doesn't need help. Like he does need help, but like not like extra help. You know. So I'm curious what we're gonna do with that. I mean,
Well, in the
again,
comic, in the comics, you never got Spider-Man. Never had anybody talking in his ear. You know what I mean? Like that was never Spider-Man's deal. You know what I'm saying? He didn't work with anybody.
no, that became a new trend in this superhero like stuff. Like the
Yeah,
guy in the chair, the guy.
him having like assistants and like suits and
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
like that was like like only in the like recently have they
yeah.
gone to that like gone to that place. But like old school Spider-Man just always just like worked off his. You notice that Spider-Man doesn't use his spider sense in this show.
No, well, yeah, no, but yeah, I don't want to say too much about. I think episode 6 they start doing that, but yeah, this episode they didn't use his spider sense. No, yeah, that is weird.
I haven't noticed them. I haven't noticed him using it really at all.
Yeah, I mean, because in was the next episode when we get into talking next episode, they did like these like lines where they're kind of like these sparkle things coming out of his head, and that was like the indication that his spider sense was like activated. So that's how you usually know the spider sense is activated. But yeah,
I didn't say it hasn't been used at all. I'm just saying that he's not relying it all the time like he usually does back in the day in Spider-Man
oh
comic books. That's what he
yeah,
did. He would go around and listen, and he would go by his spider sense. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
like fight crime and shit. Nobody was ever in his ear with like GPS coordinates or anything like that. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean that's became a new trend, and then obviously with the MCU, he had Tony Stark to give him like the AI, similar to Jarvis. So yeah, I'm not surprised they did it here. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you don't need a guy in a chair for Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man is so powerful. Like not like he's not OP, but like he's like at least decent powerful enough to take care of himself. Plus, what's weird? He's smart. Like he's a scientist too. Like he could do things on his own to like build.
But this is also brand new Spider-Man. He just got his powers like 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like
that's true.
he's just figuring it out. So I guess he kind of like maybe he needs the help right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it doesn't bar like despite like the sneak peeks. I don't think it hurts the show. I mean, it doesn't. It hasn't taken far enough for me to dislike it because at least they understand who Spider-Man is. Like at least they give him some certain things, and like it still feels Spider-Man. And I get the changes. Like we got so many Spider-Man things. It's like okay, we need to shake it up and make it fresh, and I understand that. So what are you gonna do?
So, do you have any other thoughts on? Do you have any other thoughts on that big on the big battle fight with
let's
what's her name? Unicorn. That was a big
yeah,
fight.
yeah, it was a big fight. Well, the two other criminals that were left, the chameleon, and then the other one that was not a comic book character. It was just a made up character for the show. They escaped. So I'm curious if they're gonna come back in the show. Especially the chameleon, because the chameleon is such a great character and a villain for Spider-Man. So I could see him coming back in the next couple episodes, maybe. Yeah. I guess the other thing I don't want to. I know we don't like this storyline, but I'm just reading my notes here. What's your opinion on the whole leaking thing? Like, are you enjoying it now? Like,
the Lincoln Gang thing, I don't know, man. It's getting convoluted now at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to think of it. You know, I was okay with them just doing it the one episode or whatever. You know, I was like, okay, you know, fine. I get it. They're doing this gang thing, but now they're gonna do it like it's gonna be like a main part of the show now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
it's just a lot. It's just kind of crazy, you know, that they went in that direction. I don't know. I don't really find it that entertaining, the whole gang thing.
Yeah, okay. I agree on like the Lincoln part. I'm just happy they're bringing Scorpion into the show that way. Like, I kind of like the idea.
You're skipping ahead. You're skipping way ahead. We're not even near there.
Anyway, all right. Well, anyway, I thought this section was good. Your
Scorpion, we don't get the introduction of Scorpion until the end of episode 6.
No.
Yes. And we're talking about episode 5 right now.
Yeah.
The Scorpion scene happens at the end of episode 6, motherfucker.
Hold on. You keep talking, and then let me check my notes here. Let me go ahead. I'm done.
You're getting your notes mixed up, sir. Well,
yeah.
All right. I like that fight. I thought it was pretty cool how Spider-Man basically got his ass beat by that chick.
Yes.
You know, I thought that was cool that he got his ass beat a little bit. You know, it was good to see him get beat up a little bit, get blasted by the laser and all that shit. Taking some punishment because Spider-Man can take some punishment. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think of that crap with Lonnie and the gang and everything and all that. Like, you know. Obviously, that's going on in the episode while we're talking about, you know, the battle and all that kind of stuff. We still got Lonnie, you know. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, like, I see what you're saying. I guess you know, Lincoln, like, I like the character Lincoln, who is Tombstone, by the way.
The next part of the episode right here has this in it. So Peter joins Nico to watch a movie and invites Harry, a well-known socialite, to join them, upsetting Nico. Nico gets pissed off. Lonnie is forced to leave football practice to help the 110th Street gang in a turf war with the Scorpions. After saving Big Donovan from the Scorpions' leader, Mac Gargan, Lonnie earns the respect of the gang, and Big Donovan gives him the moniker Tombstone. So, okay, what do you now say what you were going to say about Lonnie, sir, now that we got that out there and we had the big brawl with the Scorpions?
Yeah, that was in episode 5, by the way, folks. Anyway, so first off, I was happy to see Mac Gargan, aka Scorpion, in the show, and because I think Scorpion's a good character. He looks very visually interesting when he gets into the costume. So I'm very curious how he's going to be Scorpion in the show. I like the idea of Scorpion as a gang leader, so I don't mind that part. But I do agree with you, Jeff, about the part where, like, we're seeing the Lincoln, like, this 10th, like, gang thing. It's like it's not interesting. Like, I think it would be more interesting if we're just following the Scorpion gang, because that I'm more care about, because that's a comic book thing. Well, you know, a character we know, and you know, I know Lincoln is Tombstone, but like, I don't know. I don't like the idea that they changed Tombstone to be a teenager, like, because he has such a cool, like, background of the other Daily Bugle character named Robinson. If anyone knows, Robinson knows Tombstone. They were like best buddies not best buddies. They were acquaintances during their high school, and then, you know, obviously Tombstone became a crime lord or crime criminal in the older age, and so, like, very interesting character. And I don't know why did this show change Tombstone to be like a teenager, be a friend, like briefly a friend to Spider-Man. I don't think this changes makes a lot of sense, and I kind of wish they just made Tombstone as an adult. And yeah, and you don't really care about what's going on with the whole Lincoln thing. Like, the girlfriend is like worrying about him, is like, why you're not doing your your practice and all that. And then the coach thing is like, look, son, you need to be there so that whatever the scholarship people will see you, you know, you get your scholarship. And it's like, okay, I guess.
He said you can go pro, son. You can
go
pro.
Yeah, pro, son. and it's like what I'm watching here, like, it soap opera TV teen show like Friday Night Lights. I'm like, come on. So yeah, I don't like that part. And it's like I'm just here for Spider-Man versus Spider-Man villains or Marvel characters in the Marvel universe. Like I care about that. I don't care about teenage drama and all that crap. So yeah, I agree at that part. But I the one part I do like is the Scorpion game. Like that I can take. Like that's not a bad idea. Like, but I don't care about the tank. You know, like the whole tank gang and the Lincoln drama is like just another teen drama. You know.
Okay, so what did you think about like the hangout between the three friends and like Harry
Oh
creating tension between Miko and Peter or whatever?
well, I don't mind that. I thought it was funny. It was funny how like I like I kind of like this triad. Like one day I say I like this version of Harry. I do like the Nico character. Like I do like them. I don't have a problem with them. They're similar people. Like they're all orphans. Like that was actually a cool parallel. Like obviously like orphans in a different way. Obviously Peter doesn't have his parents. He's just living with his aunt, and obviously losing Uncle Ben. And obviously Nico is a orphan that's in a foster home. And obviously Harry, that's his dad, but like he lost his mom, actually in this episode. Yeah, I think this triad is interesting. I like Harry. Like we'll get into it. He's a rich kid. That has a good life, but like he doesn't have the social activity or norms that like a lot of kids are lucky to have. He has this so big privilege that he's not experiencing the teenage life. So I very like empathy towards the kid, and I think the voice actor that does Harry is like really good. I start to like a bit more of this version of Harry, but he's not like my favorite version of Harry. Like there's other versions that I like more. So I don't think I think this French thing is actually coming along, and we'll get into it. Like I was shocked what Harry did, later on to what Nico like revealing the secret identity, but we'll get into that. But yeah, this I think the friendship, the three kids are coming along. I have to say.
What? Why? Harry told Nico that Peter was Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like now she's gonna know the secret identity. It's like crazy.
When did he do that? Episode 6?
Yeah, we'll get into it, but like but we'll get into episode 6. Like he does reveal the identity, and it's like kind of crazy. And honestly, Harry becoming the guy in the chair is not a big deal. Like I kind of like it. It's not like because it's a new trend. Like if anyone's seen the Arrow, the Flash, the Arrowverse shows, like they always had like a tech person, like a guy in a chair of sorts to like talk to the hero.
Sure.
So and yeah, and Spider-Man, Tom Holland had Ned, who was basically that. Like they made a joke about that in Spider-Man Homecoming. So I'm not bothered by what they're doing with Harry. Like it makes a lot of sense. I'm just curious when we get to Norman becoming Green Goblin. Then that's where Harry becomes interesting because honestly, everyone knows Harry becomes the secondary Green Goblin after his father. So so I'm very curious. So
we'll have to see if they even decide to go in that direction. They may not go in that direction,
True. I mean, we'll probably see Honk Goblin first, just like the 90s show. So
who knows? We never know,
Yeah. I mean, look, Spider-Man has the biggest rogues gallery. Like, I'm not that desperate to see Green Goblin again. Just use other villains we haven't used yet.
Yeah, I agree with you. I honestly, I don't need Green Goblin. Like, I don't have to have that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because they have the Osborns in the series and they're important characters doesn't mean that they have to go in that direction.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't want either Venom too. Like I get people like Venom, but like it's like he's always the first thing to do, and it's like
Although
like,
it's obvious, like it's already obvious though in the series that like there's stuff going on behind the scenes at Osborn, that Osborn's doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like behind the
yeah,
scenes, with like weapons and things like that. You know what I mean? Like like he's
yeah,
obviously got his fingers in that kind of stuff, right?
yeah, yeah.
And
He,
and we'll talk about that when we talk about episode 6 here in a minute.
yeah. So overall, that section of episode 5, I don't mind like the Harry meaning like the Harry and Nico stuff, but I don't care about the Lincoln stuff at all, as you were saying, Jeff. But I do care about the Scorpion stuff. Like I like Scorpion as a character. It's good that we're using him as the other villain for the show, so that's good.
How about how about Nico? What's your game? What do you think about Nico so far throughout the season? Is she like? Do you feel like she's doing a good job as Peter's best friend character or whatever? She gets a lot of screen time.
Yeah, I like her. I don't have a problem. Like she's not this like awful. Like she's not this awful like cancel culture character. I think she's a general like good character for Peter, like a good friend. And like she has feelings for him, as we see with episode 5. Like, I think they're doing a good job with her character. They're not doing these like awful teen things with with Nico. So, no, I think she's a good like girlfriend, like friend of a girl, for Peter, and I think it's going good. I have no problem with that relationship.
Okay, well, why don't we rate? I don't know where Cyber's at. Cyber, you're missing out, brother. Why don't we rate episode 5? I think I'll go ahead and give it a I don't know. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it to get 7 as well. It's a good episode. I gotta have to say it's very filler episode. It's like, okay, like we know that Dr. Octopus is making these weapons, and then we're just seeing like a lot of the teen relationship build-ups, right? And the plot moving forward. That's really it. So it's a very filler episode for this for the show.
Yeah, it's pretty fillerish with one good fighting with one good like fight scene in it, like one good big fight scene, Yeah. And then there was also the gang fight with Lonnie and the Scorpions. That was interesting, Yeah.
I gotta say, I like the animation. It's not the best animation like X-Men 97. That gang fight was so bad. Like it was very stiff. I don't know, you had that one when they did it. It was so awkward. When they did it.
I've already complained about the animation a couple times and said that I don't like the way it looks like some of the episodes. I just don't like the way New York looks in the show.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's very empty in like certain areas, and then there's
it's very colorless. It's very colorless. And it's very empty. There's not a lot of people around. You know what I mean? Like. Not a lot of cars,
No.
Everything seems kind of vacant, and that's just not how New York really is.
Yeah, it's the same thing with video games. When like not all video games, but like when video games are in the cities, it's like it's so empty.
It's because they're trying to save money. I read about it online. It's they do it on purpose to save money on animation.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's tough to make animation like the cities. Like, there's a lot to work on. So if you have a big budget, you can do it. But if not, they're gonna skip a lot of things. So yeah, I understand. So,
well, all right, sir. So what do you think? Episode 6? You want to talk about episode 6?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do it.
All right. So, Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, episode 6. And it is basically a duel with the devil. What could that mean? So Lonnie is kicked off the football team, unfortunately, as he continues. Your favorite Lonnie, as he continues to skip practice in school classes. He refuses to explain why to Pearl, which makes Pearl real sad. Peter invites Harry and Nico to spend time at his home in hopes that they will become friends, but their clashing personalities make it difficult. While Norman attends a charity dinner, he learns that someone is breaking into Oscorp and sends Peter to investigate it. And I'll stop there. While he's also at this function or whatever, he also runs into, guess who? Thunderbolt Ross.
Yes.
So what do you think about all that, sir?
Well, I think this was a good start. Well, I mean, the Lincoln part is like, it's like, oh my god, more teen drama. It's like, oh my god, I'm being let go from the team. And it's like, yeah, I kind of know that after last episode you were forced into going to this game fight, so you were already in trouble. So that was kind of expected. And oh my god, excuse me, like, just like, I don't know anyone else in watching this live stream, like, the brother is so bad. Like, he's so annoying. Like, you're the reason you're forcing your brother to be in a game event. If you would, like, never got involved with that, you know? And that brother was so bad. I never liked the brother. So I hope something happens to the brother. Like, I hope Scorpion or some other villain, you know, like, attack the family, and then, like, the kid just, like, pop off and, like, is gone, and then we'll make Lincoln into a tombstone, and he's a super villain now. Yeah, so those stuff is like, you know, like in Pearl, you know, it's like she's being the typical, you know, girlfriend worry, you know, it's like, Lonnie, why you're not doing the team anymore? And it's like, he's in again. And like the fact that he's not telling her about this gang stuff he's following is like crazy. So typical teen stuff. But you know, this is where it kind of interesting to see, you know, Peter, you know, inviting Harry and, you know, Nico to spend time. That I really like. It's very interesting to see like the personality clashes, you know, like, because Nico is a very interesting character. She's like this very anti, you know, corporate, you know, like the, you know, the stuff.
She's kind of woke a little bit. She's a little woke.
No, get out of here. In a better woke. I call her the better woke than other bad wokes, I have to say. Like, I mean, like, you know, at the same time, like, she supports Peter, and you know, when she talked to Harry, like, they had the same common ground, so that's good. So, I like that scene, especially when, you know, speaking of anime, I love the joke when anime say, I don't have, like, I put away all the rated R films here, and the fact that she's actually giving Peter all the rated R films for her friends to watch. That was really cool. So I actually like that scene when May leaves. And like, she just tell Harry, like, she tell Peter, like, oh, I misplaced the radar films. I put them away. But no, she gave them. That was like, she's a cool aunt. See, that's a cool aunt. So
they're gonna watch Predator.
Yeah, Predator. I was laughing. I was like, oh my god, thank you. I love Predator. That I was like, yes, this show is definitely rocking. And then what else? This stopping point, you know, seeing General Ross in the show is great. Oh, I don't know if you saw this, but we also got a mention of Bishop's mom. If anyone knows, you know, the Bishop's the company she has, the Bishop Security thing that was in the Hawkeye show. We got a reference here. So the mom, Bishop's mom, was in the party, the charity thing for the
Bishop who? What are you talking about?
Bishop's mom. You know Bishop's mom, Elena Bishop.
Bishop, what Bishop?
Oh, Kate Bishop. I'm sorry. From Hawkeye. Her mom was in that party. It was just like a name drop of her company that we.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just a cool, you know, cool call out for that character in this universe. Obviously, we got General Ross, and then this is where you're talking about, Jeff, about, you know, Osborn being this like character that's like into, yes, his secrets. He's dealing with a lot of weapons and, you know, back deals and all that.
You know, if he's doing stuff with Ross, you know, Ross is like really dirty. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah.
You know,
so like you see that right now. Like the fact that he you know, talked to Ross about he can help out with the whole, you know, Steve Rogers search or whatnot, and then he tells about Spider-Man, and then like Spider-Man, it can cooperate with the whole Sokovia Accords thing. So like that was very interesting to see. And yeah, so I thought this section was fun. It was fine. Except for the whole Lincoln thing. That was just boring. So yeah.
Yeah, he just becomes kind of like the more we go, the farther they get him into the gang. You know?
Yeah. Which I'm happy about. I want him to get away from this like team thing and become a supervillain. So I'm happy that he's gone away from that. So.
Well, he's going to free up that chick for Peter. That the chick that Peter likes is going to be freed up now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. By the way, I know Pearl.
Pearl.
Yeah, weird name, Pearl. Like anyway, weird name for a girlfriend, Pearl. But yeah, it was funny when Peter became a new partner for her, and her friend next to her who was taking selfies, and I don't know you left this joke, but when she stopped taking photos and she asked, "Who are you?" To Peter, and that was funny. Anyway, I mean, good joke. Yeah. So Pearl, she's okay. I mean, hopefully she gets hurt by Dr. Octopus, maybe. I don't know. Scorpion, but we'll see.
Well, with Pearl, I don't know about all that. I don't want that to happen to Pearl. But
No.
she hasn't done much so far yet on the show. She hasn't been very impactful. So when Peter shows up to Oscorp to find out what's going on, when he takes off from his hangout, with Harry and Nico, he finds the vigilante Daredevil, who believes Norman is hiding something sinister. The two fight, which ends with Daredevil knocking Peter unconscious. When Peter wakes up, Norman explains that his former associate Octavius is behind the technology that criminals have been using, and he believes Octavius hired Daredevil to steal from him. Which that doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that.
No, I think I think he's lying that part. I think Otto is making those technologies.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that whole section, Andres? Just go ahead and talk about all of it.
Yeah, sure. I know Daredevil was coming into the show. I was surprised it was this episode, so I was like, oh, cool. And if anyone knows, it's voiced by Charlie Cox. So that was cool. I like this costume here. It's very Daredevil. I don't know, is that from the Shadow Land storyline from the comic books, where Daredevil took over the hand? But anyway, it was cool to see Daredevil versus Spider-Man. That's always my favorite thing in the Marvel universe. When I was a kid,
Were you talking about his costume? Is that what you were trying to say? That you don't know what Daredevil is? Oh, okay.
Yeah. His costume reminds me of the suit that he was wearing of this other famous storyline in the Daredevil books. If everyone knows, it was that time when he took over the hand. I'm sorry about the miscommunication.
He reminds me of 90s Daredevil.
Oh yeah, his costume.
He looks like 90s Daredevil, especially with him using the sticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It looked like that. Like, what was it, the 90s armor suit he was wearing? Yeah, that.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. Yeah, that is true. I gotta say, it looks like way better here than what it was in the 90s comic books. But anyway, I mean, I thought this costume looks good. I thought he looks like a Daredevil. That was great. And I like how you saw his powers. Like, of course, everyone should know that Daredevil is a blind person, with heightened senses, and so it was really cool to see how how he uses sticks and like how it bounced out. And like you look at Spider-Man. You were talking about, Jeff, about his spider sense. Like, Daredevil had better senses to know where Spider-Man was going to attack, or whatever hits him. Like, he just knew how to dodge that, which is incredible. Yeah, and then the fact that he was trying to steal something to find out that Norman is not who he is very intriguing. That's already setting up some doubt that, okay, Harry, Norman has other agendas that we don't know about.
Yeah, because it's Daredevil. If Daredevil's like sniffing around and saying something's wrong, that usually means that something must be wrong.
Yeah, and when you before you get to me, I was saying that, like, it was no way. I don't think Octavius stole like the stuff from Oscorp. I think all that technology was his design, and that this typical thing of like Harry, like Norman probably didn't give Otto the the credit he deserved. Of maybe the technology that what to say that he made over the years with Arsman or something like that. So I don't believe that he stole the technology from like the Oscar. Like I think all that adventure we saw from episode 5 was like all new. He created by scratch, So that's what I think. But yeah, and by the way, if you guys haven't played the PS4 or Spectacular Spider-Man, the TV show that I really like as a kid, the idea of like Octavius working with Norman is not a new thing. So I was not surprised that like Octavius worked with Osborn. That's like a common thing in couple media, I mean, even Spider-Man 2, like I know on Spider-Man 2, Norman died, in the first Spider-Man movie, but like he worked with Harry in Spider-Man 2 to build that stupid what is it, the Triumph thing, whatever. So yeah, so I wasn't surprised that Dr. Octopus was working with used to work with Osborn. That's a common thing in the comic books and TV and all that. But yeah, so I thought this actually was fun. I was so happy to see a Marvel character. I'm just curious to see what other Marvel characters they could use. I'd be excited to see Captain America or some other like street level character that goes up against Spider-Man. And I hope we see Daredevil again. In either,
I'm pretty sure we will. I don't think they would have brought him in just for one episode.
Yeah.
So while Peter's away, Harry accidentally reveals to Nico that Peter is Spider-Man. She confirms this when Peter returns. I didn't even notice this, and leaves upset that he hid this from her. Lonnie is followed by Gargan's second in command, Camila Black, and returns to the 110th Street Gang's hideout for protection. She tracks him there and informs Gargan, who was equipped with scorpion-like armor by Octavius. And that is the end of the episode. So what are your thoughts on that ending, sir?
Okay. So, yeah, it was cool to see our boy Lincoln being chased by one of the scorpion gangs. By the way, I love the car. It's green. I love the color green, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, I was not surprised that one of the Scorpion Kings, I know was a Kamala Black, was following them. So the hideout, it was really cool to see that Dr. Octopus was working on Gargan on his Scorpion suit. So that was really cool. That was a great way to end the episode. So it was cool. Like we're gonna probably see a cool action scene of Scorpion attacking that like gang. So that's pretty neat. And then I like Nico. I thought the character is good. Like the fact that Peter, like first off, Harry telling her that Spider-Man, Peter is Spider-Man. I like how at first she didn't believe it, and then until Peter was so stupid. Like I don't know why he backed off and like holding his back so nervously, and like he dropped his bag and she sees the Max and the notebook where you saw the classic Spider-Man suit, the red and blue. That we're going to see hopefully later in the show. Now she finds out, and I thought it was well handled. I think it was she's gonna know that, and we'll see how she's gonna react. So this is just building up the Spider-Man team that Peter's gonna have in the show, and that's fine. But yeah, so I don't think it's a big deal. So overall, I thought this section was good. I like it. It was very exciting. I thought it was better than episode 5. So, but yeah,
I knew Nico was going to find out about Spider-Man, about Peter being Spider-Man. I knew it. See, I didn't even notice it in the episode. I just knew it was going to happen because it was so obvious.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of expected.
It was going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was going to happen. I mean, like it's episode 6, so it's like, it's going to happen one day. But yeah, so it's not like a big deal. Like, I mean, he's getting his Spider-Man team, so like she has to be in part of the team, right? So we'll see. But yeah, so overall good ending for a show. I thought this episode was better than last episode, so I have to say that.
Yeah, it was. I thought episode 6 was better than episode 5. I'll rate this one an 8.5.
8.5. Okay. I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. I thought it was better than episode 5. I think this episode moved forward with the plot of the show, so we know what's going on, and then kind of be suspicious with Norman, what he's doing behind the scenes and all that. Yeah, so I'm just excited to see Scorpion. That's good. So at least we got that going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see Scorpion in the next episode. That's what it looks like in the. I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now. The next episode is called Scorpion Rising. So
Yeah.
there you go. You know.
Yeah. So that's good. So I'm happy we're slowly getting like a lot of the other classic Spider-Man villains. So in the show and in a very cool way.
Yeah.
Very
that's one of the cool things about the series is that they're able to do, you know, classic old Spider-Man villains and all that kind of stuff, which is great, you know.
Yeah.
Cyber, if you're watching, brother, we're just about done here, man. I don't know what you're going to come on and talk about with us at this point.
You say
you're out there.
We'll be there shortly.
Yeah, well, we talked through episodes 5 and 6, Mr. Cyberneticshark, sir. But you know, if you want to drop on and give us your thoughts on the episodes, we'd still be happy to have you join us, of course. Andres and I would love to sit and listen to you.
Yes.
And hear your thoughts, like we do every other week. So, Andres, are you not gonna do Life on Friday?
Yeah, probably not. Despite me liking Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, I don't know. I didn't like the movie when I saw it as a kid, so it's just me.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no worries. But anyway, but you can also check if you guys gonna miss me on Friday. Well, folks, this is just a shameless plug on another podcast I'm in, the Middle Age podcast. Their latest episode just went up in YouTube, the Groundhog Day podcast. So please check that out. I was there, and I think Cyber was in it as well. I'm not sure. That was a good fun time. Please check that out. If you miss me, tomorrow night, gonna do a recording with them with Nightmare Elm Street. So we got gonna be a ton of me this week. So anyway, yeah. So I have a question, Jeff. Let's kind of talk about this. I know we were supposed to do Boogie Nights. Was that your choice, sir? Boogie Nights?
Yeah, but I canceled it. Like the Cyber wasn't going to make it, and if we don't have at least 3 people, I don't like to do the movie reviews. I like there to be at least 3 of us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I mean, like on Friday, I'm going to do Life with Cyber, just me and him, and I'm fine with that. I don't mind just doing 2 people. It's okay once in a while, but mostly I like to have 3 people. You know, and so since Cyber dropped off, you know what I'm saying? We'll just do Boogie Nights a different night.
Okay. All right. Because I was going to ask you if you want to do it over my channel. Get that over with.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm just asking if you feel comfortable doing that. But if not, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, we could do it on your channel. That'd be okay.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I don't want to like.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Okay.
I won't do it over here on the Bleeding Edge. It's no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. It looks like we're not going to have Cyber. So
okay.
Thank you, folks. I hope you enjoyed our reviews of Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man's episodes 5 and 6. We enjoyed them. Again, like I said before, we are not just a digital YouTube deal. We're also a podcast. We appreciate everybody out there that follows us, that listens to us in audio form. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let me go ahead and plug Mr. Andres, the pop culture guy, out of here. And we can say goodnight to you guys and go about our business.
Yes, as usual. Hello, everyone. This is Andres, pop culture guy. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's latest live recap.
Andres, I have better pictures of me that I can give you than those, sir.
Well, send it to me now, and I will take that in the nearest future, sir. Yes. So, as you see before, I just from yesterday to today, I'm posting chair reactions that me and Jeff we've been doing in the live streams. I've been recording those sections of the chair reactions. So today I posted our reaction of the Fantastic Four First Steps and Thunderbolts Super Bowl trailer. So check them out, and I will release the Thunderbolts trailer like reaction separately either this week or whenever I get to it. Tomorrow I'm gonna post Constantine 20th anniversary tribute. Tomorrow is this 20th anniversary because tomorrow that's when the movie was released back in 2005. And speaking of live stream, as you were saying before, I was kind of discussing Jeff what if he was fine. I'm going to do Boogie Nights for my live stream, so we're going to do that next Sunday. I hope that's fine. So next Sunday we're going to do Boogie Nights as our secondary live stream review of February, and so that'll be going to be fun movie. That was a good movie actually. Great P.T. Anderson film starring Mark Wahlberg, and of course the late great Burt Reynolds was amazing in that film. By the way, was it Heather Graham, sexy as hell in that movie.
Oh
so
yeah, Boogie Nights is a classic.
Yeah, classic, funny movie, very dark as well. Oh man! And speaking of Dr. Octopus is in that movie. Alpha Marino. So that was cool. And
it's got an ensemble cast, like a lot of big names. You know what I mean? Don Cheadle's in it. Like from back in the day. Like what's his name? Philip Seymour Hoffman is in it. You know what I'm saying?
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane's in it. Yeah. There's a lot of big names in there. And then of course Julianne Moore she won the Oscar and like the Golden Globe and all that year for best
supporting actress. I think
that was the supporting. I think it was just best actress.
No, best actress was the other chick from that Jack Nicholson movie, As Good as It Gets, because because
okay. You're probably right.
Yeah, because Julianne Moore was nominated for best supporting actress. She did win an Oscar, but it was recently.
I get what you're saying because she did play a supporting role in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she wasn't the lead or anything like that.
No. So it's Oscars. I just remember it's like I think she was nominated for like supporting actress for this movie. Yeah,
she won. That was her first Oscar. She's won a bunch of them now, but I mean, that was her first one. Was Boogie Nights.
Yeah,
and she won the Golden Globe. Oh, she won the Golden Globe too, and she also won the Screen Actors Guild Award. Best supporting actress. So that's like the the three
important things. Yeah, which helps you with the Oscar. Yep. Yeah.
She's had a good career. She's been nominated for a lot of Oscars over the years.
Yeah. I mean that, and then the other movie. I don't know if you guys did the other P.T. Anderson film, Magnolia.
We were supposed to do it. We never did.
Yeah, so she's also in that movie too.
I know they brought a lot of the same actors back for that. Some of the same people came back for that one. That was a similar movie, another ensemble cast. Tom Cruise was really good in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic. Yeah,
Tom Cruise is the man. Tom Cruise killed that. Yeah, Magnolia is a good movie. We should do it. We had it on the schedule at one point, and I was going to do it, but then I for some reason I didn't do it.
Yeah. Hey, let me know. We can do it on my channel. I'll be happy to do it here, on my channel.
I want to have more people to talk. I want to have more people talking, though. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No,
I can probably get more people to come on here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get out of here. All right, folks,
let's get out of here. Yeah, we're done.
We'll see you later. Peace out.